All right, Nathan, the other day we teased this review, but here we are in front of the brand new 2014 Nissan Rogue.
Yep, and we're in front of the Tennessee Titans Stadium.
That's right, Nissan flew us down here to Tennessee.
That's right.
Their headquarters to test drive this new car. And you know what the design language is called that this looks like?
No clue.
Biokinetic synchronicity. Seriously, biokinetic synchronicity. It sounds like an 80s new age band or something.
Yeah, another way to look at it is it's basically a baby Pathfinder.
Coming up next on the Fast Lane car, the brand new 2014 Nissan Rogue. You know, Nathan is absolutely right. If I look at this car, it is a baby Pathfinder. He nailed it on the style, no matter what the heck they say, biochromatic synchronicity. If you're interested in this car, it starts at about $22,000 for the front-wheel drive version, and then if you get the one that's got all the bells and whistles, including the third row, that goes all the way up to about $32,000.
Follow me, if you will, into an interesting option, the third row seat.
Nathan, you're not going to fit there, I'm telling you.
I'm going to fit.
You're not going to fit.
I'm thinking small. I'm thinking mouse. I'm thinking deposition. I'm thinking... So you're
not going to fit.
I'm going to do it.
All right.
All right.
You can push that down more when that seat comes down.
Yeah, it does.
Hold the little thing.
All right. Well, yeah, I could go flat like this, but...
Easier. There you go.
No, but see, then I have to go over it. If I do this, Roman,
okay,
and I can pull forward. By the way, the middle row, it reclines and it slides.
Good luck with that.
Yeah. Ah! Oh, that's just wonderful. I'm feeling great. Because, like, look at my foot. I don't think it's built to go that way. Ah! It's not. I got it. Oh, son of a.
You broke something.
I didn't break anything. Not made for adults.
No, obviously this is for little kids.
Little kids can fit back here. Adults, not so much. Don't you dare grab down there.
Your foot is tied around the
seat belt. Oh, this is okay. Not a lot of room. Yeah, and I actually. Well, I'll try it. There.
Ah! How could you sit up here now? There's no way.
Yes, there is. If you're a baby.
All right, Brian, you're in a butcher shop here.
That's right.
That's what it looks like, a butcher shop to me. It's a Nissan Rogue butcher shop. Tell me about the different components that you've got hanging from the ceiling.
Okay, well, the different components that you see here is all part of the story of helping the Nissan Rogue to achieve 33 MPG and 0.33 CD.
Okay.
So our customers, when they're doing comparisons, you know, on websites, one of the first things is fuel economy.
Sure.
So they try to understand. We looked at the vehicle and said, what is it that we can do to get the vehicle as lightweight as possible? So we took a look at things like the bumper.
Okay.
How can we make that as lightweight as possible? Change the material, bring it, you know, make it a nice lightweight plastic material.
Look, I don't know anything about monochromatic synchrophoridity or whatever he's calling it, but I can say this. This is a 2.5 liter four-cylinder engine that puts out 170 horsepower and 175 pound-feet of torque. It's hooked up to their newest continuously variable transmission, which, well, frankly, is a pretty decent setup for this particular engine because it always seemed to have a little bit of power on tap, not a lot. Altogether, highway, maximum 33 MPG. I tried something. There's a sport button here, and I didn't think it would do anything, but what it does, if you have your foot all the way down, it keeps the RPM up between 5,000 and 6,000 RPM.
Put it in there, man. Show them.
Okay, wait. Let me hit the
sport button. Okay, I'm belted in. Go for it.
You belted in?
I'm belted in. Okay, I'm holding on. Go.
All right. Foot's all the way down on the floor. Okay.
Yes.
No, it's all. We're moving. All right. Hear that?
All right.
All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. That's the sound of it going, sorry, all our gear is like flying forward because we're going to the corner. That's the sound of it jumping back and forth between a little over 5,000 RPM to 6,000. It just keeps it there. So what it's doing is it's keeping you in the meat of the RPM range, which is keeping it within the meat of the power, and giving you maximum go.
Yeah, but it's doing it on its own, Nathan. I want my toe to be doing that, not the engine deciding when it should be going to 5 and 6,000 RPM, right? You're floored, but the engine is doing that. The car's computer is kind of figuring that out. I want my toe to say, I want 5,000, I want 6,000. And you can't do that in this car. It's frustrating.
Do you want the ambulance? Look, we know it's a CVT, we know what it does. The thing is that sport really shouldn't be in here. I mean, because I don't think it really does anything else. The steering felt about the same, which is kind of on the heavy side, which I like, but he doesn't. But
I think it's artificial.
It is artificial, I'll give you that.
All right, quickly, Nathan, here's a quiz for you. What do these cars compete with?
Actually, what, 4 cars, I would say? I'm thinking the Mitsubishi Outlander, kind of, sort of.
Yeah, for sure, especially with the third row.
Exactly, and speaking of that, the Dodge Journey, to a lesser extent. What else?
No,
it does. It doesn't compete. No,
you're pulling that out of the air. No, it doesn't.
All right, you go.
All right, the Honda CR-V.
Oh, kind of, yeah.
Toyota RAV4.
Yeah, but the RAV4 used to have a third row, and they no longer offer that.
This is so true. And the Forester.
Yeah, the Forester.
Yeah, it's a really hot segment. Escape. I'm just, there's a lot of cars in this segment.
But all the ones you mentioned no longer have a third row seat or never had a third row seat, whereas in the ones I mentioned did. So really, there's only a few small vehicles in this class with a third row seat option.
Jeep Cherokee. It's a lot.
They don't even compete.
What do you mean they don't compete?
They don't compete.
Because this is exactly the segment, Jeep Cherokee.
No, Jeep Cherokee is in a different segment.
No, it's not, dude.
Yes, it's universally hated for its name.
The new Nissan Rogue, Nathan, is certainly more evolutionary than revolutionary. I mean, they made it bigger, they made it more comfortable, they made it more luxurious, and they made it more utilitarian. Wow, Nathan, it lets you actually rev it.
Yeah, all the way up to redline. I mean, it doesn't really sound like a racing engine, but what do you expect? I mean, this is a mom and dad car. The interesting part of the new Nissan Rogue's interior is the fact that you can get it in more than just black, and I highly recommend it because you can't really see the quality when you're looking at black, because everything's black in this one.
Show me the other car, Nathan.
Yeah, let's show you the other car.
Let's go walk around, come on. You're right, that's a good point.
A lot of the materials are higher quality too. Coming around. There we go. So, what are we looking at here? We're looking at a lot more leather than's been used before, including this excellent foam padding here. I love being able to put my elbow on something that's not terribly hard. Sure, there's some cheap parts. Like right here, this is all hard plastic, so they still haven't gotten all the way to the point where you could say, hey, super high quality, but they're medium high quality. There's also this really nice stitching that's throughout the cabin, very nice. And then unfortunately, they do have some fake carbon fiber. You know, if it were a GTR, okay, but any other vehicle, it just doesn't make any sense. Hey, but you know what? As a whole, it's quieter, it's more comfortable, the seats are very cozy, and they're supposed to be what's called zero gravity seats. I don't know what that means, but my butt loved hanging out on them.
Hey Nathan, what's up with those dirty soccer shoes and that soccer ball?
Nissan provided this stuff to show you what's different in 3 different vehicles, and it's exactly the same stuff. That way you can see how they partial out room. This is the Honda CR-V, so as you can see, wide opening, but not very deep in terms of cargo room. Come here. So this is the new Nissan Rogue. They have this neat little system, I think they call it divide and hide. So this is a
divider.
Yep, a divider, which also is a hatch. So you can divide up the cargo, and as you can see, pretty good amount of cargo room.
What's over your shoulder?
I'll show you. This is the Toyota RAV4. Check this out. Smaller opening by far than the Honda CR-V, which probably is best in class. But as you can see, the way you have to stash the gear, you have a lot more room in the Rogue. Here we go. It's still burned out. I mean, burned out. It's a little chirp. Can you hear that? I'm glad I tried it again. I'm not in sport. I'm in low gear, which was an accident, but guess what happened? 0 to 60, 9.13. Fastest time by far. 9.13. I mean, you still hear loud things, potholes, expansion joints, you still can really hear them, but compared to the last Rogue, much, much better. And thank you so much, Nissan, for having a padded door sill. That's huge.
Yeah, it's a much improved interior. I mean, I feel like I'm in something that's much more expensive than the price point of this, which is cool because, let's face it, the old one was getting a little dated and it was feeling a little cheap and it was feeling a little, well, like it was kind of bringing the back of the segment. And now you feel like you're in one of the nicest cars in the segment.
Although Nissan just announced that they are going to keep importing the old Nissan Rogue. What are they going to call it? The Select?
Yes, the Rogue Select.
As of January, the Rogue Select will be available and it will be selling side by side with this one. So the reason they're doing that is so they have a very cheap crossover in the segment that's affordable, and this one goes above that. Hey Roman, did you know that the hood is made out of aluminum?
By God, I did know that.
Uh-huh. On the TFL scale of buy it, lease it, rent it, or forget it, we give it a...
Nothing, because after driving it for like an hour, it's not fair to the car or to you. So we'll have to wait till we get to Colorado before we give it a full on-road and
off-road
review. As always, this is Roman.
And Nathan.
Thanks for watching, and see you next time on the Fast Lane Car. Ciao.
Damn it.
You're gonna break it, Nathan.
I'm gonna break the Nathan.
You want me to help you? No,
Are you recording?
Yes, of course.
You bastard.
Come on.
No, really, I'm stuck. No, wait, I got it. I got it.
Oh!
And it's just as easy as that, folks.
Yes. So, you know, there's a lot to be said for a third row, but you got to be like under, what, 6 years old, really.
Yeah, for little kids only, really. But there is something about the third row, by the way. I found out by accident that the seats do recline a little tiny bit too.
I'm going to put you to work one more time.
No, I'm not going back in there.
No, just the back, just the regular row. Show them how you fit in this row.
I can't believe you recorded that.
Yeah, go for it. Just try that. Let's see how that one works.
Easy peasy. And see, they slide. Yeah, but the reclining thing is all the way up here. So there, yeah, and then all the way up. And I can get in and out. Woo.